Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm reading out to you a prepared script. This is beautiful. You will eventually see what I referred to as a beautiful object. Anything, any effort that strengthens our Hebrew identity is beautiful to me. The people that call themselves the Igbo people today, that I prefer to call the Hebrew people, because that is the translation to English of the word Igbo or Igbo, are in fact in the middle of a major struggle, but they largely do not know that they are in the middle of a major struggle. The most influential foreign newspaper or media, mass media in Nigeria, has in the past 5 years inquired into the origins of the people that call themselves the Igbo, that I call the Hebrew today. And there are three major ethnic groups in Nigeria, three major nations: the Hausa, the Igbo, the Yoruba. This media, the BBC, has not inquired into the origins of the Yoruba or the Hausa, or even the Fulani, who are sometimes identified as Hausa too. But in the past 4 years, it has inquired so many times into the origins of the Igbos. This should set intelligent people asking questions. And why do I refer to struggle? The owners of the BBC don't usually go to people like me. I'm acknowledged to be the most knowledgeable person as far as the origins of the Igbos is concerned. They don't come to me. They rather go to people that are not informed. So anything that goes to strengthen the identity of the Hebrew people is a beautiful thing to me. I disagree and disapprove of Aguleri Hebrew Republic being misunderstood, mischaracterized, and misrepresented as a kingdom. Aguleri was not a kingdom. It could be pretending today, it could be just like every other Hebrew Republic in what you would call Igbo land. It could be pretending that it was a kingdom, but it was not a kingdom. It did not have any quality or facet or culture or tradition that you find in kingdoms. There were no armies controlled by anybody. The land in Aguleri was owned by all the people, all the families. There was no single man that everybody looked up to, even the chief priest of Aguleri. But looking at the Yoruba today, looking at Benin, a lot of Hebrews want to be like them. So what they do is they make up stories about kingdoms in the past. And am I totally surprised that this is happening? No. Lord Chiuku, the only king of the Igbos, that is the Lord God of Israel himself, warned them in the scriptures that this will happen. When they go into the land he will give them, they will long for kings to be like their neighbors. They did that in the time of the prophet Samuel. They are repeating it in West Africa today. I'm not surprised it's happening, but I know that tragedy awaits them for rejecting God and seeking to have human kings. It wasn't a kingdom like every other Hebrew republic. It was a theocracy. The leaders were the elders, supported by the chief priests, Ezemwa and the Nazarites, Ndinze. To Israelites, only Chiuku is king. Any Hebrew who has thought otherwise, any Hebrew who has gone and bought some funny things, called them a crown, call his children prince and princesses, is in error and is sinning. Chiuku doesn't have a rival competitor, and his glory he cannot share with anybody, even with myself, even with a man from the Jewish community that I regard as a holy man, Mr. Peter Jablin. His glory of the Almighty Chiuku, the Lord God of Israel, he can't share it with anybody, even with the children of his friend Abraham. The only friend we understood, the only person we understand that he merited mentioned as the friend of Chukwu was Abraham. But Abraham cannot even share his glory with him. Talk less of his children like myself. Yet, I will not throw the baby away with the bathwater. So I will support this thing that I call beautiful by lauding my friend Nze Okenwe Udo, also Okenwe Udo, one of the biggest supporters of what should rightly be called for now authentic Israelite biblical omenana. The religion of Israel, the religion of the Igbo people, the culture of Israel, the culture of the Igbo people in the Hebrew scriptures. God described it as omenana, the things you do in the land. But because today, his children, those that call themselves the Igbo people, that I call the Hebrew people, are so mixed up that they conflate even abominations with omenana. So for now, we are placing a divide by saying anything that does not correspond, anything that is contrary to any provision of Torah, which was produced by omenana, by the way, Torah was produced by omenana. Anything contrary to the traditions you find in the Torah is not omenana. So, this gentleman, Nze Ozo Okenwe Udo, is a big supporter of this authentic Israelite omenana. And he's supposed to pray for me because he's older than me, but I can beseech, I can supplicate, I can ask Lord Chukwu to give him good health, long life, and prosperity because of the good things he has done. And on this note, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a profoundly beautiful week. Dalo Shalom.